All right, homework for January 5th. This is chapter 5, lesson 2, day 1. These are real-world problems for rates and unit rates. So extra practice can be found on textbook page 246, numbers 7 through 10. So here we go. I know these are real-world problems, so my sentence will have to be my answer will have to be in a sentence, and I might need 1 unit or 2 depending on what the question is asking. So water flows from a faucet at a rate of 10 liters per minute. So we're dealing with liters per minute. At this rate, how many liters of water will flow from the faucet in 4 minutes? So I'm going to start out with my sentence. In 4 minutes, blank liters will flow out. So I'm going to start out and use a rate line for this because I know that we are talking about liters per minute, and they tell us that our unit rate is 10 liters in 1 minute. And we are trying to figure out in 4 minutes. So here's our blank that we need to know. I know that 1 times 4 is 4, so I will need to do 10 times 4. So that means 40 liters will flow out. And this seems to make sense. If I were to do this like a table here, this is our number of minutes and our number of liters. If we do 1 minute, it said 10 liters. 2 minutes would be twice as much, would be 20 liters. 3 minutes would be another 10. And then 4 minutes would be 40. So either way you look at it, we know that it is going to be 40 liters in those 4 minutes. So apples were sold at $3 per kilogram. So dollars per kilogram. Dollars per kilogram. At this rate, how many kilograms of apples did Wrigley buy with $21? What is Wrigley doing at the store? Ridiculous dog. So Wrigley bought blank kilograms of apples. And it's really important. He didn't just buy blank apples, he bought blank kilograms of apples. So I'm going to do like I did above. I like this rate line, and then we'll also check it with a table. So we're dealing with dollars per kilogram, and we know that it was $3 for 1 kilogram. And this problem tells us that he spent $21. So that's going to go up top. And we need to figure out how many kilograms. Well, I know that 3 times 7 is 21. So that means he has bought 7 kilograms of apples. And if we wanted to check this with a table, we have the cost in dollars and the amount of apples in kilograms. So we have $3 for 1 kilogram. And if we were to spend $6, that would be 2 kilograms. $12, I'm just going to double that, would be 4 kilograms. And if I double that again, I would get 24, and that would be 8 kilograms. So that's too many. But I do know that if I am counting by threes, that I could do 7 kilograms. So I could work my way there and see that. So, awesome. A printing machine can print 335 copies in 5 minutes. At this rate, how many copies can the machine print in an hour? So this is copies in 5 minutes. So here we don't get the unit rate, but they do give us some information. So the machine can print blank copies in 1 hour. So I'm going to use my rate line where we're doing copies per minute. And they tell us we have 335 copies in 5 minutes. Well, I know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. And so I need to figure out how many times does 5 go into 60 to know how many times this would be. So we need to figure out how many 5s are in that 60. So 60 divided by 5 is 15. So that means that there are 15 5-minute increments. That's a lie. There's 12. Whoa, bro. Okay. Because if you think of this 60 like a 50 and a 10, 50 divided by 5 is 10. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Or 5 times 12 is 60. Wow, almost made a silly mistake there. So we know that there are To get us from that 5 to that 60, we need to multiply by 12. So we need to do 335 times 12. And I know I'm going to do 335 times 12. That's the same as 335 times 10, which is easy peasy, and 335 times 2. So that's 3,350. And if I double this, I get 670. Now I just need to add those up. And the answer is 4,020. So that machine can print 4,020 copies in 1 hour. Cool. And we could do this, if we think about this with a table style, because I do want to check that. Well, we have copies, and we have minutes, and we know 335 copies in 5 minutes. So in 10 minutes, it's going to be double that. So that would be 670. So now, if we double that again, that would get us 20 minutes. That would be 1,200 plus 140 is 1,340. And if we double that again, that would get us 40 minutes. So that'd be 2,680. And then 60 minutes, we could just add those up. So 0, 2, it's 10. Okay, check it out. So according to our table, we still end up with the same answer as what we got for all across that board. Number 4, a tennis ball machine can launch 60 tennis balls in 12 minutes. Ooh, hold on, rewind. So if I wanted to, this was me starting with our 5 minutes and just working up to 60. If I had wanted to, I could have calculated the unit rate, or I could have calculated how many copies per minute, and that would have told me the amount in 1 minute. And then I could have done that amount, our unit rate, times 60. So I guess I'm going to see if I can do that work up here. So if we know 5 minutes, we want to try to get to 335. We are going to have to divide by 5. So 335 divided by 5. Well, that's a 300 divided by 5, which is 60, and a 35 divided by 5, which is 7. And so that is going to be 67. So it can print 67 copies per minute. And if there's, back to this, 60 minutes in 1 hour, I now need to do 67 times 60. So 67 times 60. Everything is going to be zeros, because that's 0 times 7 is 0. That's 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 6 is 36, plus 4 is 40. So we do get that same answer there. It just seems like doing that kind of division and then that kind of multiplication is a little bit more difficult. The work down below seems like there's more of it, but the calculations are actually easier, which I like. All right, here we go. Number 4, a tennis ball machine can launch 20 tennis balls in 12 minutes. How many tennis balls can it launch in an hour? Again, so the machine can launch blank balls in an hour. So let's do this again, that same, come back, where did that go? Okay, let's do that again, where we could either calculate the unit rate and then multiply, or we can use our multiples. So if we know, according to this, these are balls per minute, and we know they give us 12 minutes, our unit rate would be for 1, so we have to divide by 12. 60 divided by 12 is 5, so that's 5 balls each minute, and now we need to figure that out. So 5 balls per minute. And if we need to do 60 minutes, we are going to have to do 60 times 5, which is 300 balls in 1 hour. So that's calculating our unit rate. We had to do some division. And let's see if we do this with multiples. So this will be set up a little bit differently, but it's still the same. Balls per minute. They tell us in 12 minutes it shoots 60 balls. 12 up to 60, we need to multiply by 5. So 60 times 5 is 300. So we do get the same calculation. It just seems like a little bit easier to me because we only have to do one step. So, awesome. You can do either way, but take a moment to look and see what calculation is going to be the most efficient and the most accurate for you.